Hey everybody, Nick Yor here for a very special segment on DMV Stream. We are going to give you a heads up of some of the upcoming NFL draft eligible players who played their high school football right here in the DMV. And up first is, of course, the main guy we've been talking about a lot, one of the top quarterbacks in this upcoming draft, Dwayne Haskins, sophomore quarterback out of Ohio State, redshirt sophomore. He's coming out 2 years early for this draft, the number 2 rated quarterback, according to Mel Kiper Jr. and Todd McShay on ESPN, behind Kyler Murray. I mean, he's went to school at Bullis, obviously, but he's from the New Jersey area and came to Bullis School and performed very well for the Bulldogs before accepting a scholarship at Ohio State. Another player to keep an eye out for is Trace McSorley, the quarterback out of Penn State. We looked at a little bit of his high school highlights earlier today. Showed him playing a little bit of defense, a little bit of offense from his days at Briar Woods, and that's interesting because some coaches actually asked Trace to do the defensive back end safety drills at the combine, which he declined, trying to prove that he is strictly a quarterback at the next level, and we wish him all the best, the former Briar Woods Falcon product. Another to keep an eye on is Malik Carney, the senior defensive end out of North Carolina. He's played his high school football in Alexandria at T.C. Williams. Him and teammate Jeremiah Clark went down there from T.C. Williams to play at UNC, and Malik Carney had a very good career for the Tar Heels. Missed a couple games this year, but still racked up a ton of sacks from his defensive end position. Could be a key pass rusher that goes late in this draft to some team. Number 4 is Travis Fulgham, a senior wide receiver from Old Dominion, and played his high school football at Broad Run and basketball. He was a walk-on to Old Dominion, a great story there. Caught one of the biggest touchdowns in Old Dominion football history to beat Virginia Tech earlier this season. Played at Broad Run, was a former Nova Challenge MVP, basketball all-star game that we covered right here at DMVSTREAM.com. He could be a late wide receiver pick in this draft. Very tall wide receiver, good in the red zone, so could be a steal for someone later on in this draft. Moving on to Isaiah Prince, a senior offensive tackle from Ohio State. He played for Eleanor Roosevelt out there in Greenbelt, Maryland a couple of years back. He is the 9th rated offensive tackle in this year's draft and projected to go in between the 4th and 5th rounds for the Ohio State Buckeye and former Eleanor Roosevelt Raider. And lastly, another to keep an eye on out of Washington, D.C., Malik Gant. He forgoed his senior year at Marshall in Huntington, West Virginia. The junior defensive back is coming out a year early from H.G. Woodson High School. Should be a very talented defensive back pool, but he is still projected to go in the later rounds, in between the 5 and 7 rounds, out of Marshall University in Huntington and H.G. Woodson High School in D.C. Malik Gant, junior defensive back. So we wish those guys the following the best of luck in the upcoming 2019 NFL Draft in Nashville coming up later on this month. Should be a great week, great event, and hopefully a lot of our DMV guys go later on in this draft. So it should be a great event. Make sure to tune in each week here at DMVSTREAM.com.
This content is brought to you by Dental Associates. For more than 39 years, Dr. Stephen Price has been practicing dentistry in Northern Virginia. A member of the American Dental Association, the Northern Virginia Dental Society, and the Virginia Dental Society, Price is considered an expert in Invisalign and continues to be an award-winning innovator in the industry.